Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome. I'm Felisa Clark. I am the Director of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion here at Metroparks Toledo. Before we begin our remarks, I want to welcome 7 special guests with us this morning. These 8th grade students from McKinley STEM Academy and their principal, Christina Ramsey, we want to thank you for your wonderful work. Last fall, these students have been participating in a special project with Matt Yoder from Yoder Manufacturing, who is also a member of Metroparks Toledo Board Foundation. He's a board member of our foundation. By using the project and problem-based learning model, they got to experience the creation of rain towers from the beginning. That included a memorable visit with the artists at Graphic Design and Build. The kids got to contribute their own designs for the rain towers. They are now working on presentations explaining the engineering and creative process that went into this unique feature at Glass City. We're so happy to have these young, brilliant engineers here today to see how this project turned out. And in May, the entire 8th grade class from McKinley will come here to see the final project. And if you get a chance afterwards, after this news conference, please take a minute to just talk to the students about their experience. We are here this morning to talk about a collaboration that will shift our region. And that's a collaboration with the Greater Toledo Community Foundation. We're going to hear from several speakers today. And first up is Dave Zink, the Executive Director of Metroparks Toledo.
Well, thank you, Felisa. That's a good way to start and bringing that energy to the room. I appreciate everyone being here today. Welcome to Glass City Metropark, Phase 2 of Glass City Metropark, and ultimately Phase 2 of the Glass City Riverwalk. This phase, this part of the park will open just this June. But a couple weeks ago, you may have noticed, we concluded a 3-week preview of this site and the ice skating trail here. The day tickets went on sale, we sold almost 1,000 tickets in 15 minutes. Over the next couple weeks, we welcomed 12,000 ice skaters into this site and 20,000 people overall from the community just to check this place out. The last person to skate here was a young man named Elliot. He did over 100 laps on the ribbon. I think we had to turn the lights off to get him to go home. The overwhelming response, though, confirms what we all thought. People will come here to recreate outdoors, to meet with their family on the banks of the Maumee River, to recreate, to meet community and neighbors, and that's what this project is all about. The 2 comments I heard the most frequently during this time period were, number 1, I can't believe this is Toledo. I can't believe this is East Toledo. And 2, if you saw them, we had little ice skating penguins to help people skate. The second comment was, I wish those came in adult sizes. So Glass City Metropark will be a year-round attraction. It will have 3 unique nature-themed play areas. There will be over 3 miles of trail. There will be ice skating. There will be roller skating. There will be water play. And just as importantly, there will be public art spread throughout the entire site, throughout the entire Riverwalk, including the rain towers, which we're here to talk about today, created by Jeremy and Doug, our partners from Graphite Design, just across the river. They are here today and be happy to provide any feedback and comments on the project itself after we're done with our remarks. But the rain towers are the centerpiece of the All Seasons Plaza, which is just here behind us. The towers will have colored lights. They will spray water, turning a warming station in the winter into a cooling station in the summer. Another element to provide fun and year-round activation in this park. It's called the Rain Towers Plaza, and this is where we will recognize the Toledo Community Foundation for their support of this project and frankly, their support of the entire community. We couldn't ask for a better partner than the Toledo Community Foundation. They have been lockstep with this idea, with Metroparks, and supporting this vision since the day it was contemplated. The foundation has been a valuable friend, partner, and resource not only to Metroparks, but this entire community for 50 years. Since 1973, the foundation has made it possible for generous people from across our community to donate gifts in any amount to simply make the Toledo area better. Their involvement in this project will make a lasting difference for the 6 neighborhoods that this project connects to, props up, and supports. As together, we all pursue the creation of the country's best riverwalk. That's what this project is all about. So with that, I want to introduce Keith Burwell, a friend, a partner, the president of the Greater Toledo Community Foundation, to talk about their involvement in this special project. Thank you, Keith.
Thank you, Dave. I'll start by saying we're going to teach him it's Greater now, Greater Toledo Community Foundation, and I even slip up on that. We are so grateful to partner with Metroparks to provide this gift to the community so that they can continue to explore, to recreate, and also have fun on a not just weekly basis, but daily basis. The Rain Tower Plaza that you see out here is clearly an exciting, beautiful sculpture, and it's right in the middle of everything, which is what we love, so that people will be able to experience that fun both in the summertime with the water and then in the wintertime with the fire pit, so year-round. Thank you to Jeremy and Doug at Graphite Design and Build. I have no idea how you do this, but it's really, really cool. And they pushed the limits of our deadline to have it installed because the park doesn't officially open for a few more weeks, but we wanted to make this announcement in March because this is part of our 50 years of celebrating. If you don't see this big sign, you can't miss it, signage. So we wanted to push that out in March, and they were able to make that happen. Like I said, if you don't know, the Greater Toledo Community Foundation is celebrating 50 years of providing the community with the resources and activity it needs to grow and to become strong. For decades, we've sought out the needs in our community and brought community partners together to make better community. That's in our name, community. And our mission of what we do every single day is making better community. So we are always saying thank you, not only to Metroparks, because they're an example of the great partnerships that we try to create within the community, and we cannot do it by ourselves. We know that. We are catalysts to make things happen, make things grow, and Metroparks is a good example of that partnership. But we are very, very grateful for all those decades of the individuals, the families, the businesses, and the organizations throughout our community that have partnered with us to make better community. And thanks for this I'm trying to read here. Thanks to the steadlong support of these long-standing partnerships, we have beautiful projects like this river sculpture. That's not right. Rain sculpture, garden sculpture. I can't say enough about the Metroparks. They have been a wonderful, wonderful partner. They're visionary. They're thinking outside the box, a term used way too often, but they really have, how can we make better community, which is all of what we're about, and to build better quality of life. If you haven't heard yet, each month of this year, as we celebrate 50 years at the Greater Toledo Community Foundation, we're going to be announcing a $50,000 grant or donation to the community from the foundation for projects throughout our community. And that's the reason we're here today for this very special project. This is a bigger than normal project, and it's a gift to our community that hopefully adults and children can use for decades. Finally, the Greater Toledo Community Foundation, see, I even mix it up, is a proud supporter of the Metroparks because of this generous support through donors, the individuals who have created funds at the foundation. We've been able to do many great things for our community, But with the Metroparks over the years, we've supported youth education programs at Metroparks, Windows on Wildlife, the Brookwood Bridge Project, native plants and associated educational programs, the Treehouse Village, which I know you all know about, an accessible garden at Toledo Botanical Gardens, and now here at Glass City Metroparks, and Riverwalk, this beautiful gift for the community. Community is in our name. I've said it over and over again. It's a part of our mission, it's part of our commitment, and it's how we look to the future. So I want to thank each of you for being here today, and we reach out to everyone in this community that would like to partner, and let's build better community together. So thank you.
Our next speaker is Fritz Byers, who is the Vice President of the Metroparks Board of Park Commissioners.
Thank you, Felisa, and specifically to you, Keith, on behalf of the Board of Park Commissioners and the entire agency. You and your board members, some of whom are here today, and your entire organization, thank you as sincerely as possible for the generosity of your gift, the kindness of your words, and more fundamentally, for the leadership that you, your team, and your board have provided for our community over decades. We're ever so grateful to you, Keith, and to those of you who are here today. Your gift, which is generous, will go a long way towards supporting our collaborative efforts to transform our riverfront, directly to transform the entire region through the activation of open spaces. So at the most specific level, your gift is a tremendous statement about what we are undertaking. But there's a larger significance that I want to point out today. Because of the stature of the Community Foundation in our community, its credibility, its long history as a community leader in envisioning a community that gets ever more responsive to its needs and that continues to pursue the grandest visions of what we can become. The statement that you have made is a statement that validates our vision and gives us the courage to continue to dream and think big, just as you and the leadership of the foundation has for so many years. In that sense, we've always thought of the Community Foundation as sort of a leading indicator. If the Community Foundation is moving a project forward, that's a strong statement about its value and its significance for the future envisioning of the community. And we take this gift in both of those senses, and in both of those senses, we're so grateful for it. As you've pointed out, Keith, and as others will point out, this is a fundamentally collaborative effort. We are all working to further the position of Toledo, not only in the Ridge region, but nationally, as a beacon. It is a beacon for the conservation and preservation of natural resources, and it is also a beacon for the activation and presentation of open spaces in furtherance of physical and mental health. Those two aspects are fundamental to the most recently adopted vision statement of the Metroparks, and it's not an accident that they are entirely complementary with the vision that has fueled the work of the Community Foundation for decades. So as Dave has pointed out, and Keith, as I think you pointed out, we are natural partners, both with what we're doing here along the riverfront, but for our broader aspirations for the community. We all believe fundamentally that we are on the path of making Toledo the most admired mid-sized city in the United States. The Community Foundation is instrumental to that. We believe the Metroparks is instrumental to that, and the broad and deep partnership that we have established across our community, across public-private lines, across both sides of the river, and throughout our community is exactly how we will achieve that goal. Many, many thanks, Keith. As Dave said, looking around here, we see a new structure, we see a previously unimaginable skating ribbon, and the other accoutrements that are beginning to take place here. But as is said in the Flint Hills of Kansas, where I grew up, make sure you come back soon because you won't believe what's about to come in the next several years. We invite you back anytime you want. We thank you all for your support, and we're so excited to share with you the Renaissance of Toledo. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Fritz. Next, we're going to have Mr. Joe Napoli, who's the president of the Met Hens and Wildlife, as well as president of Metroparks Toledo Foundation.
Good morning. Could everyone from TCF just raise your hand? So a lot of people in the room. So just to let you know, I was actually told that this was going to be the Keith Burwell roast. So I'm so sorry, but my prepared remarks are not the ones I'm about to read. So I want to apologize to all of the TCF colleagues of Keith. So I'm actually going to say some nice things about Keith, which is really hard for me to get over my tongue and out of my mouth, but they're going to come shortly. I'm stalling here. So Keith and I have known each other for a long time, and he was really the inspiration for the Mud Hens and Walleye Foundations. He comes to town, you know, with his Southern accent, which it's total BS. You know, oh God, he says, here's how it's going to go. And I'm like, you're supposed to be from somewhere south and polite and nice, and you're telling me what to do here. And he says, you're going to have a foundation for all of your teams. And I'm like, okay. So here we are many years later, two wonderful foundations that does wonderful things in the community. And that was really Keith's inspiration. So when we get into what we're about to say, no surprise that we're here today doing something as remarkable as this. And then all of the folks that from raise your hands again, because I want everyone else to see how many people it takes to make him look good. So you can leave the room at any time. I got more. So, you know, again, one of the many times that the foundation has played a significant role in the community and with the Metroparks. Keith has been inspirational for many years. The foundation and all of you are just incredibly wonderful to work with. So I can't say I'm surprised here talking about the wonderful gift that you're going to make to the community. Fritz and others have, you know, Dave, and Felicia have all addressed the incredible impact it's going to have on community. The tentacles we'll be seeing for, you know, beyond our graves. I mean, it's going to really be multi-generational impact on community, and just to play a small part in it is, I can't say thank you enough. You know, the foundation is typically in the background. So this is probably uncomfortable for some of you being here today, but we have, you know, nothing but thanks for all of you. And TCF is always in the background making things happen. It's about time that we actually bragged about how good you all are at what you do, because you're incredible. So when you look at, you know, preserving the natural and cultural heritage, the outdoor recreation opportunities, you know, this gift is going to go miles and miles. Let's see, there are a couple other nice things to say here. I'll get to them. Actually, I think we covered them all. You guys are fantastic. And the fact of the matter is that we get to enjoy the interaction with TCF on so many different things. To have you, we should actually be celebrating the foundation in many more ways than events like today. When you take a look at the long list, and we get that annual brochure and you start going through it and you're like, my God, the impact on this community on a regular, routine, annual basis. It's one thing that, and you all hear me talk about this all the time. So being a New Yorker, we brag about everything. We brag that New York City smells. We brag that it's, you got to elbow your way to and from the coffee counter. We brag about things that we should be embarrassed about. Our community struggles to brag. I don't know why. We have so many things to be proud of. The young men sitting in the front row here, that's incredible what you've accomplished. Stack that up against anybody in the country. And young ladies that are here too. I didn't see you hiding behind So, we got, it's not bragging when you're doing incredible things. You're just talking, and everyone else will remind you that, just how incredible they are. But it's this Midwestern thing. I'm just trying to figure it out. We have more to be proud of and brag about in this community than you can list. And it's not bragging when you're doing it and you're getting it accomplished and you're proud of it. That's not bragging. That's just, hey, I'm happy to be part of it. So put a capstone on why we're here today. That would be the message. It's incredible. It's magical. And where's Scott Carpenter? Hey, thanks for the script, but again, I don't know what the heck all of this rest of this is. No, I'm teasing you. Scott wrote a terrific script. It was all about the foundation and all the things that we touched upon. So thank you. Thanks.
Thanks so much, Joe, and thank you everyone for coming. Just before we leave, artists Jeremy Links and Doug Kampfer have offered to answer questions about the Rain Towers, and also just if you have a chance, just come and speak to these wonderful, brilliant future leaders that we have here. We also have staff available to give tours of the exciting features that are yet to come here at Glass City. Thanks, everybody, and enjoy your day.